had DeMar now for nearly half a season. What did you come to appreciate from him as a player that you didn't know when you were coaching against him?
As a player, I think I mentioned before, the thing I wasn't aware of is he was such a good passer, such a willing passer. He gets lots of assists, creates a lot of shots for the team, and I wasn't expecting that. That's probably the thing that I learned the most about his play. I mean, he's been in the league a long time, and he's been an all-star, and so everybody knows, how he can score, but that was new to me. And he's been a great teammate. He's been somebody who's fit in really well. He understands things quickly, and he's got a great manner about him.
Was there ever any hesitation in your mind about making him kind of a focal point and having him play a very similar role as to he had in Toronto?
No, I mean, why would I lessen his role? I mean, no, he's continued right where he left off in Toronto. He's done a great job for us.
In terms of your role in helping, it took you so hard to trade and leave Toronto. The role that you played in helping here, what was the biggest thing for you?
Well, I'm not sure that I played a big role in that. He's a very mature young man. There's no doubt he was hurt and a little bit angry, like anybody would be, considering all the circumstances. But he got over it, the way each of us has to get over whatever might happen in our lives. Nobody walks through this life with no negative things happening to them. And he understands that as well as anybody. So, we talked about it for sure, but he handled it pretty much on his own because he is so mature already. That was never a big issue at all.
When you got to the point where you had to make a trade, were you, I don't know if surprised is the word, but pleasantly surprised when you were able to get an all-star?
I wasn't surprised. I was thrilled and surprised because, the way it was, we could have ended up in a lot worse situation. But to get DeMar on our team was like a godsend. It was fantastic.
What do you feel like? What do you think it's going to be like to
Just like any other team player. I mean, you move on in life. We're not going to redo what's happened in the past in any way, shape, or form. That's of no consequence at this point, and it does no good to go backwards and talk about this, that, or the other. And one of the reasons is you guys will interpret it whatever way you want anyway. So it doesn't matter what we say. You're gonna say whatever you want. So that's a waste of our time.
Are you hoping fans don't boo him tomorrow based off what he did do for this organization?
I don't speak for other people, but I hope that we'll treat everybody with kindness and respect. We always have in the past, so we'll see.
Was there much consideration when you're at that crossroads that maybe we need to rebuild? It's been a great 21 years, but maybe you got to go a little different direction.
Yeah, when you're in those situations, even not in that situation, every year you try to evaluate where you should go and what direction should be taken. But we talked about that. That was one of the possibilities. And in a sense, we're kind of half and half, really. With Bryn and Derrick out there coming basically from the D League, they've done an unbelievable job in improving over these few years and becoming NBA players, and done a great job of it. So once we were able to add DeMar to that group, you just go play. You can call it a rebuilding year if you like, but what it is just it's a new season with new people. But I think every year is a different animal, and these guys have done a great job in trying to figure each other out and figure out a new system for most of them. And they've progressed pretty well.
Does the West feel accessible? You guys' standards are so high. Does it feel like you guys can get to where you've always hoped to get?
We never talk about it or think about it. Every year that I've been here, all we talk about is getting better. Doesn't matter who's on the team. It's about being the best team you can be and taking advantage of everybody's skills. And whatever happens in that season happens. We don't talk about how many wins or winning this or going to this. Every time we won a championship, we never talked about winning a championship. Never even came up. We just go and play.
Beyond what he does on the court, how much do you miss Danny? What do you miss about Danny?
Well, you know, you miss something about every player that's gone through your program. Danny had a great sense of humor. We had a great relationship in me getting on his butt and him smiling at me whenever I'd do it, and then we both smile together. And he was a wonderful player for us and much loved by everybody.
Coach, do you feel like Danny was a little underappreciated towards the end of his tenure here with the Spurs? He's become such a valuable role player.
I don't think so. I don't think so. He's been important for a while.
What have you grown to appreciate about Jakob?
He understands his role. He appreciates his role. He hasn't asked me to shoot threes yet, anything like that. But, you know, every night he brings it. He runs the floor. He plays defense. He rebounds. He cares a lot. And he's improving, you know, week by week. So he's been a great role player and done a good job.
Having gone through something similar like this, Marcus said this isn't just another game. From a coach's point of view, is it another game?
Sure. It's like, what is it, 1/3 of the way through the season or whatever it is? Yeah, it's just a lot of people, because of the trade, will add fuel to it and try to make it this, that, and the other, and that's fine. But for us, it's about just trying to get better and create better habits at both ends of the floor. It doesn't matter who we're playing. Those are the goals every game.
Well, why have you guys been so much better the last either 10 or 11 games versus the first?
We've been more solid defensively, and you know, when you're more solid defensively, it creates a lot of other things. It helps your offense and gives you more pace offensively. You take, you know, pride in what you're doing, and you know, players understand that defense keeps you in games. You know, some nights, especially in this league with everybody shooting threes all the time, some nights they just don't fall, and you've got to depend on something, and defense is a part of the game that can keep you in the game if the shot's not falling. So we've gotten on that a little bit better.
Checking the numbers, I think you guys have a 94-something defensive rating when Derrick was on the floor. Is that his defense surprised you guys at all?
He's guarded everybody all at the same time. He's amazing.
I mean, you've always said in the past, you know, the key to being a Spurs, you look for people who've kind of gotten over themselves. Would DeMar and I guess Jakob, would they qualify in that respect?
Absolutely, 100%. They've gotten over themselves a long time ago. Good people.
How does Rudy look?
I don't think he looks good.